Hello and welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber and PC gamer. Now it's close to 8 p.m. So let's continue. I have watched the news and Danish television and made this Danish video about the war in Ukraine. Day 81, then I made a video in Danish. I was looking at my old CPUs. I put it in this plastic boxes, and I did empty this one old motherboard box. So I have it here, and this is a paper box with old comics, like this one, the Tarzans. I have to open this like next week or tomorrow. Start to get tired. Let's try to finish the Motorola. But I did record a lot today, that was good. So we'll just continue tomorrow. And I think I will go to GTA 5 a little bit. The offline, I think. Just to walk a little bit around. Not too long time, then I could watch a little bit Netflix, then sleep. Then I need a shower and a shaving. I need to do that tomorrow. Yes, this is the real Coca-Cola brand, the Coca-Cola Zero. I like that best. Yes, cheers, but let's get a discount cola. But this discount cola costs like 3 times less. This costs like this $1. And the Coca-Cola costs like $3. So I just drink the cheap stuff, but sometimes I buy the real Coca-Cola. Yes, I was in this Lidl supermarket today, and I got more cheap colas. But I think can finish this in about 1 hour. And we have news in the Danish evening news, that's in 1 hour 10 minutes. And I have more PDF I will have to download, but not now. Let's open my but I have to read page by page because I was sleepy. When I'm sleepy, always I have my fingers like that. When I'm sleepy, I'm clicking by mistake. I'm clicking on the mouse because when I'm super sleepy and I'm close to fall asleep, I do that. No, that's because when this program is read, I follow the text like this. I follow the text. And when I'm sleepy or by mistake, I'm clicking the mouse button. I don't know why I do that, but I do that when I'm very sleepy because, like, if you are sleepy and you're drinking a beer, you're dropping your beer out of your hand or cigarettes. That's something like this. If you're very sleepy and smoking, your cigarette fall out of your hands. Or pen, if you're sleepy, is you can just do like this. This is how I do with the mouse. Because I'm sleepy in the morning and it's very hot. It's hot in my living room. It's 25 degrees and it get even hotter. Next month it's 27, 28 and 30. and real summer will be like 30. So but I think can finish this in like 1 hour.
Three typical applications for the MC6800, as shown in a Motorola advertisement from August 1976, a point-of-sale terminal, an electronic signal tester, and a security card entry system. Family were also redesigned to use depletion mode technology. The peripheral interface adapter had a slight change in the electrical characteristics of the I/O pins, so the MC6820 became the MC6821.73. These new IC were completed in July 1976. A new low-cost clock generator chip, the MC6875, was released in 1977. It replaced the $35 MC6870 hybrid IC. The MC6875 came in a 16-pin DIP package and could use quartz crystal or a resistor capacitor network. 74. Another project was incorporating 128 bytes of RAM and the clock generator on a single 11,000 transistor chip. The MC6802 microprocessor was released in March 1977. The companion MC6846 chip had 2048-byte ROM, an 8-bit bidirectional port and a programmable timer. This was a 2-chip microcomputer. The 6802 has an on-chip oscillator that uses an external 4 MHz quartz crystal to produce the two-phase 1 MHz clock. The internal 128-byte RAM could be disabled by grounding a pin, and devices with defective RAM were sold as a MC6808.75. A series of peripheral chips were introduced by 1978. The MC6840 programmable counter had three 16-bit binary counters that could be used for frequency measurement, event counting, or interval measurement. The MC6844 direct memory access controller could transfer data from an I/O controller to RAM without loading down the MC6800 microprocessor. The MC6845 CRT controller, CRTC, provided the control logic for a character-based computer terminal. The 6845 had support for a light pen, an alternative to a computer mouse. The MC6845 was a very popular chip. It was even used in the original IBM monochrome display adapter and the original IBM color graphics adapter for the IBM PC and successors, where the 6845 was used with an Intel 8088 CPU. 76. During the time of Cold War technology embargoes, a 6845 clone named CM607 was produced in Bulgaria. The later IBM Enhanced Graphics Adapter, EGA, card contained a custom IBM chip, the EGA CRTC, that replaced the Motorola 6845, adding many enhancements, in a mostly compatible way. The IBM Video Graphics Array, VGA, which became ubiquitous, to the point that it is still emulated as the baseline functionality of most modern PC video adapter chips, incorporates a compatible near superset of the EGA CRTC, still mostly compatible with the MC6845, but by this point without the light pen support, which the EGA CRTC retained. The MC6801 was a single-chip microcomputer. that today would also be called a microcontroller, incorporating a 6802 CPU with 128 bytes of RAM, a 2 kilobytes ROM, a 16-bit timer, 31 programmable parallel I/O lines, and a serial port. The MC6803 was the same except without the ROM and with fewer different bus configurations. It could also use the I/O lines as data and address buses to connect to standard M6800 peripherals. The 6801 would execute 6800 code, but it had 10 additional instructions, and the execution time of key instructions was reduced. The two 8-bit accumulators could act as a single 16-bit accumulator for double precision addition, subtraction and multiplication. 77, 78. It was initially designed for automotive use, with General Motors as the lead customer. The first application was a trip computer for the 1978 Cadillac Seville. 79. This 35,000 transistor chip was too expensive for wide-scale adoption in automobiles, so a reduced-function MC6805 single-chip microcomputer was designed. The MC6801 was one of the first microprocessors with a multiply instruction. 78, 445. The Hitachi HD 6303, not to be confused with the Hitachi 6309, is a second-source re-implementation of Motorola MC 6803, with a few additional instructions, and a slightly faster implementation of the 8x8 multiply instruction. The Hitachi HD 6303 is used in the first PDA, the 1984 Shin Organizer. 80, 81. The Hitachi HD 6303 was also used in the 1983 Pocket Telex. 82. The Motorola MC 6803 was also used in the TRS-80 MC10 and the closely related Matra Alice. The MC 6809 was the most advanced 8-bit microprocessor Motorola produced. It had a new instruction set that was similar to the 6800 but abandoned opcode compatibility for improved performance and high-level lineage support. The 6809 and 6800 were software compatible in that assemblers could, and generally did, generate code which was equivalent to 6800 opcodes that the 6809 did not directly emulate. In that sense, the 6809 was upward compatible with the 6800. The 6809 had two 16-bit index registers, two 16-bit stack pointers, and many instructions to perform 16-bit operations, including the first 8-bit multiply instruction, generating a 16-bit product, in a microprocessor. Other key points of the 6809 design were full support for both position-independent code, object code that can run wherever it is loaded in memory, and reentrant code, object code that can be re-invoked when interrupted or by calling itself recursively. 83. Features previously seen only in much larger machines such as IBM 360 mainframes. 84. Use in personal computers. The SWTPC 6800 computer system, introduced in November 1975, was based on the MEK 6800 design evaluation kit chipset. MITS Altair 680. The MITS Altair 8800, the first successful personal computer, used Intel 8080 microprocessor and was featured on the January 1975 cover of Popular Electronics. 85. The first personal computers using the Motorola 6800 were introduced in late 1975. Sphere Corporation of Bountiful, Utah ran a quarter-page advertisement in the July 1975 issue of Radio Electronics for $6.50. USD computer kit with a 6800 microprocessor, 4 kilobytes of RAM, a video board and a keyboard. This would display 16 lines of 32 characters on a TV or monitor. 86. The Sphere computer kits began shipping in November 1975. 87. Southwest Technical Products Corporation of San Antonio, Texas, officially announced the SWTPC 6800 computer system in November 1975. Wayne Green visited SWTPC in August 1975 and described the SWTP computer kit complete with photos of a working system in the October 1975 issue of 73. The SWTPC 6800 was based on the Motorola MEK 6800 design evaluation kit chipset and used the MIKBUG ROM software. 25. The MIT's Altair 680 was on the cover of the November 1975 issue of Popular Electronics. The Altair 680 used a 6800 microprocessor and, unlike the SWTP machine, also had a front panel with toggle switches and LEDs. The initial design had to be revised and first deliveries of the Altair 680B were in April 1976. 88. Sphere was a small startup company and had difficulties delivering all of the products they announced. They filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy in April 1977. 89. The Altair 680B was popular but MIT's focused most of the resources on their Altair 8800 computer system and they exited the hobby market in 1978. The Southwest Technical Products computer was the most successful 6800-based personal computer. 90. 91. Other companies, for instance, Smoke Signal Broadcasting, California, Chimix, Chicago, Midwest Scientific, Olathe, Kansas, and Helix Systems, Hazelwood, Missouri, started producing SWTPC 6800 bus-compatible boards and complete systems. Technical Systems Consultants of West Lafayette, Indiana. Supplied tape-based software for the 6800, and later 6809, based computers and, after disk systems became available, operating systems and disk software as well. The 8080 systems were far more popular than the 6800 ones. 92. The Tektronix 4051 graphics computing system used a 6800 microprocessor. The Tektronix 4051 graphics computing system was introduced in October 1975. This was a professional desktop computer that had a 6800 microprocessor with up to 32 kilobytes of user RAM, 300 kilobytes magnetic tape storage, basic ROM and a 1024 by 780 graphics display. The Tektronix 4051 sold for $7,000, equivalent to $35,300 in 2021. 93, rather higher than the personal computers using the 6800. 94. The 6800 processor was also used in the APFMP 1000 game console. The architecture and instruction set of the 6800 were easy for beginners to understand, and Heathkit developed a microprocessor course and the ET3400 6800 trainer. The course and trainer proved popular with individuals and schools. 95. Motorola's next-generation 8-bit microprocessor architecture. The MC 6809, 1979, was not binary code compatible with the 6800, but nearly all assembly code would assemble and run on the 6809, 6800 family peripheral chips worked as a matter of course. Example code. The following 6800 assembly language source code is